Agriculture was once the treasured component of Uganda's growth. Even now, 65.6% of the country's labor force is absorbed in the agricultural sector. Bodies like the National Farmers Federation, the Coffee Development Authority, and programs such as the National Agricultural Advisory Services, NADS, among a host of other institutions, have been put in place to aid farmers. But despite the existence of these institutions, policies and initiatives, productivity is low, and most farmers are still struggling, living a substandard life and depending on a subsistence mode of production. The Uganda Vision 2040 is seeking to change this by transforming the agricultural sector from subsistence to commercial-based.
The most point it has touched is seeing agriculture in a view of developing industrialization. It did not look agriculture at mere food supply. It looks at agriculture as a major source of inputs, as a major source of raw materials to boost other sectors.
Yes, it is good to plan and visualize beautiful things as you want them to be, and it is another to get them done. Other players in the agricultural domain think the country has to get its priorities right.
When you're talking about Uganda as a country, you cannot, however much we have oil, we have all these other sectors, but we can never move towards the realization of that vision unless we mobilize the agricultural sector, because the biggest part of the population are engaged in agriculture.
Uganda's strategic and competitive advantage is supposed to be in agriculture. And mark my words, is supposed to be in agriculture. And for us to look at 2040 years to come, we need to first of all look back. Where are we coming from?
The sector contributes 21% of the national gross domestic product, and according to Uganda Bureau of Statistics, this is a decline over the last decade due to various factors. But this, according to Sunday, is not true.
The contribution of agriculture has never gone down. It has been growing, but at a slower rate than other sectors. Therefore, saying they declined is not a true statement.
The issue of value addition has been well promoted by President Museveni, and indeed it features in the 2040 vision for agriculture. But how does the sector fare on this?
Value addition in what? It's not just everything we produce has to be. You need to work with the private sector, which are the strategic value chains that are critical. How do we invest in them? How do we approach? Because how you add the value is determined not by how you want the value of the product to be, it's determined by the market. Which kind of value of the product is demanded by the market?
Extracting yogurt from raw milk, as simple as technology as that, and pack it and sell it is value addition. Value added at household level.
Now, it may have been relegated priority-wise, but agriculture remains a major driver in achieving Uganda's 2040 vision. Now, some in the sector say that you do not need grand plans or big machines to realize change in the industry.
I don't see that vision expecting to bring very huge factories, very huge things to add on agriculture. The only unique thing which our country and us farmers have to do is to have resourceful population. Resourceful. People with knowledge to turn useless things into useful.
Cooperatives, a majority of which have long died out, should be revived since they brought together farmers to have one organized and convincing voice on issues that affect them.
We used to have, organized kind of structures, organized people in the form of cooperatives, which, after liberalization became a serious problem. So people were not that organized. And when people are not organized, be sure that they cannot advocate collectively for an enabling environment. That is a starting point.
Apparently, another solution is to sell the magic in farming to, yes, the corporates.
Imagine a cooperative society of corporates. A PNU, so and so, putting money together, identifying land, and thinking about agriculture. Such scenario is completely different from person X, P7 graduate, grew up in an environment of the poor. Those people will automatically have different vision.
Dreams do come true, and agriculture, no doubt, will play a big role in spurring on Uganda's 2040 ambitions. But the country must be willing to get out of the comfort of policy formulation and actually get its hands dirty with some action. A price, after all, has to be paid. Gabriel Epenu, NTV Weekend Edition.